The US President Donald Trump, his presidential inauguration, saw many high profile visitors and guests all across the world. There were people, dignitaries, government officials, celebrities, everybody was there witnessing that important moment in America's history. But there was one particular face that caught the attention. This man, Gurpatwant Pannun, a designated Khalistani terrorist, you can see on your screen, he was also among those who were present there. Now, he has shared a video. In that video, one can clearly see him present there, and the video pans from President Trump to him, where and it stops at him and he shouts Khalistan Zindabad. In fact, we have that video. If we can first play that video.
Khalistan Zindabad! Khalistan Zindabad!
Right, as Trump supporters chant USA, USA, the people there saying USA, USA, and Pannu says Khalistan Zindabad. Now, there were lots of people in that gathering. There was also India's MEA, Minister of External Affairs, Dr. S. Jaishankar. The question is, how did Pannu manage to gain an entry into that venue? Of course, there were invites sent to different people, and Pannu could claim that he was also among those who was invited. But the fact is that one could also buy a place in that function, and that is possibly what Pannu had tried to do, to create those propaganda videos and to spread them across, just to show his closeness to the power circles, to President Trump's administration. That is the only reason. You can see this in the second video, in which he's walking towards the camera, showing his presence there. Of course, all of these are propaganda videos. Remember, Gurpatwant Pannun, the man. Who is Gurpatwant Pannun? Now, he is a designated Khalistani terrorist who has been openly espousing breaking of India. He has been espousing the cause of Khalistan, and he has been threatening India and Indians. He has been making threatening statements about blowing up of an Indian aircraft. He has been leading those Khalistani rallies where killers of a former Prime Minister of India are glorified. In fact, we can also play a small clip of one of his threatening statements.
We are asking the Sikh Panth, do not fly Air India. 19 ਨਵੰਬਰ ਤੋਂ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਬਲੌਕੇਡ ਤੇ 에ਅਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਵਾਲਿਓ 19 ਨਵੰਬਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 에ਅਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਰਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਹੈ ਭਾਰਤ ਨੂੰ, ਇੰਦਰਾ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ 에ਅਰਪੋਰਟ 19 ਨਵੰਬਰ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਰਹੇਗਾ। ਇਹ 19 ਨਵੰਬਰ ਉਹੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਵਰਲਡ ਟੈਰਰ ਕੱਪ ਦਾ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਭਾਰਤ ਨੇ, ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਸਲਕੁਸ਼ੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹ 에ਅਰਪੋਰਟ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ, ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਸਤਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ 에ਅਰਪੋਰਟ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ। ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਜੰਗਾਂ ਜਨੂਨ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਦੀ ਜੰਗ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨੂੰ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਜੰਗ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਰੈਫਰੈਂਡਮ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਭਾਰਤੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਦੇ ਟੈਂਕ ਤੇ
Such an inflammatory statement that he made in 2023, clearly inciting violence. There can be no better example of terrorism than this. The man is openly calling for breaking of India and is openly espousing violence. Now, Indian authorities have already put him on the list of designated terrorists, but he has been roaming freely in the US. In fact, he was a cause of a problem in the relationship between the two countries. Now, some time ago, the US, in fact, US federal prosecutor filed charges against one Indian government official, a former RNAW officer, Vikas Yadav, accusing him of orchestrating a plot to hire a hitman to kill Pannu. Now, US has made those allegations, and India had ordered a probe in that. Of course, the US had put out a separate probe, and then that probe took place and the investigations went on. The MEA had later clarified that this particular person is no more a government official. But what has happened after Donald Trump won the elections? He announced the replacement of the federal prosecutor who filed charges against the former Indian intelligence officer in the alleged plot to kill Pannu. Trump had nominated U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission former chairman Jay Clayton to serve as the district attorney for the Southern District of New York. Now, he replaced federal prosecutor Damian Williams, who had filed the charge against Vikas Yadav. Now, that investigation, that probe is ongoing. Now, there's also a statement that has been put out by the government of India, and that statement was put out on 15th January, just this month only. That statement was put out, and that statement says that on receipt of information provided by US authorities regarding activities of some organized criminal groups, terrorist organization, drug peddlers, etc., who undermine the security interests of both India and US, a high-powered inquiry committee was set up by the government of India in November 2023. The inquiry committee conducted its own investigation and also pursued leads provided by the US side. It received full cooperation from US authorities, and the two sides also exchanged visits. The committee further examined a number of officials from different agencies and also scrutinized relevant documents. In this connection, after a long inquiry, the committee has submitted its report to the government and recommended legal action against an individual whose earlier criminal links and antecedents also came to notice during the inquiry. The inquiry commission has recommended that the legal action must be completed expeditiously. The committee has further recommended functional improvements in systems and procedures, as also initiation of steps that would strengthen India's response capability, ensure systematic controls and coordinated action in dealing with matters like this. So that was the statement that was put out earlier. Now, coming back to Donald Trump's presidential inauguration and Pannu's presence there, the fact is that India's foreign minister was there at that time. It does not matter whether Pannu was and he had got a special invite or he had bought a place there. The fact is that American agencies, security agencies, did allow a person who is a designated terrorist of India to be at a place where India's foreign minister was also present, speaks volumes about the way the things are taken up by the authorities there. Clearly, sensitivity is important, and India has made it clear that this man is a terrorist who is espousing the cause of violence and dividing India and openly saying that violence is the means for him to get to his goal. He's talking about blowing up of a aeroplane, and he's also glorifying the killers of a former prime minister. Of course, that should have been a concern as well. But we'd like to end again by showing that video in which this particular person, Gurpatwant Pannun, just to show his presence at Donald Trump's presidential inauguration, made a video and circulated it. There could be no bigger provocation than this. We leave you again with that visual, and you can see for yourself that it's just a propaganda video that is made.
Khalistan Zindabad. Khalistan